So welcome back everyone once again. This is Kevin from CSMI in Australia. Today doing another video on the L776. So this is part 3. So there's a couple of 2 other videos before this. So if you haven't seen them, you might as well go see them. And then this is where I'm going to talk about the machine itself after it's out of the box. So as usual, thank you for your question and your comments. And let's get straight into this. Now, I just fill the oil in the dozer. I'll go through that quickly. Just wanted to show you, this is the basic BL18 controller that comes with this particular dozer, and we'll go through all the steps of starting it and everything. So firstly, now that it's out of the box, probably give you a second look closer of the machine itself. Now that's my work table, so excuse everything in the back because I was so excited. Just managed to get the oil in the machine, and I'm going to talk about that also. So quick overview of what you can see. You can see the detail is pretty well built. Probably one of the better dozers that I've seen in a long time. A lot of very fine intricate detail that you would want to see in a scale model. Things like, these parts opening, cooling fan on the inside. You've got the other doors up here that will open. You've got the main engine cover that you can open. The cab actually lifts up. It is hinged. You can see the electronics on the inside. You can see the detail on the cylinder. So, going back to this particular dozer, one of the things that I found was putting the battery inside was a bit of a problem, as you can see. I don't know if you can see, and excuse the lighting if you can't see it clearly. I'll go through that in a second. But the way the plug is mounted to where it actually goes seems to be a bit of a challenge to plug it in, and it's going to be a bit of a struggle. Now, the other important thing I want to discuss is you've got 2 holes here to fill the oil, which is great. It's easy to pour the oil into one, and it'll breathe out to the other, so you're not struggling waiting for the oil to go in. Now these are the caps over here, and the good thing about these caps is they don't have a screw, they have an o-ring. Put them in place, they stay in place. Very simple. Now when you are going to fill this oil, you will fill it right up to the tank. You're going to start the machine, and what's going to happen is that oil is going to get consumed into the system. You'll hear your pump running, and you're not going to get any motion. You're going to wonder what's going on. Why isn't this thing running? The oil in the tank is going to go in the system. You've got to be patient. Fill it up again till you see a little bit of it overflows. Start the system again. Because there's no oil in the system and there's air, this is a closed circuit. You don't need to bleed anything. You just keep running. The oil goes from here, from the tank, into the pump, into the function that you choose on your hydraulics, which means on the radio, which is a bit tricky how they've set it up, but we'll go through that. So you move the joystick up and down till you see the function. You move it left and right till you see some function. Same thing, up and down, left and right. And the oil will eventually go. You'll probably have to have 2 tanks full until it's consumed in the system. So keep topping it up once you think that there's no movement. And once you replenish the tanks twice, so from the full consumed, fill it up again, fully consumed, then you know your tank is completely full. All the air in the system will be purged automatically back into the tank because it is a closed circuit. The circuit is tank to the pump to the function, from the function back into the tank. So it will keep on running its closed cycle. So then the system is completely bled, and you'll see the functions run smoothly. Now, this particular video, I only want to show you a few things over here. There's a couple of switches in there. You're wondering what's the other one up there. That port is basically, if you want to charge it and you don't want to take your battery, you can plug it in there. There's a combination of the switch positions, one for charging, one for run. We'll go through all of that stuff again. Right now, I just want to show you the dozer just in more detail. There's a couple of screws up here that I've taken out, which means you can open the front grille. It is limited, I think, with maybe touching something, but you got the option to open the front grille and have a peek inside up there. Let me see if you can bring the camera into focus. So you can see there's a radiator in there. There's a couple of screws that I've taken out. So after I finish this video, I'm probably going to put them back in, although it's only for the aesthetic purpose. Then at the back, there's a couple of doors at the back over here. You can open those. There's not much inside. You can just have a look. Interesting things are this particular drive. Like you can see, it's got the oil filling levels that they've shown. Let me get this thing into focus. Now, it shows you the levels. I don't know. I don't think they're oil filled personally, but I'll probably double check and then let you know in the next video. But you can see it's got markings in there that tell you, just like the real dozer, like, you know, you got to fill at this. This probably is the filling point, and then this two are the overflow. So once it overflows, you know you filled it to the right level. I mean, these are fine details that make a huge difference if you're getting a scale model, having all these kind of things. Once again, you'll see the tracks up here. You don't have circlips or E-clips. They've got screws in there, and that kind of secures the track. I would still tighten every single screw, just because you don't know with the workmanship to what level they've actually done. Amazing build. Amazing paintwork. I think it's pretty good value for the money that you're paying for this particular dozer. Getting the railings, getting functionality on the doors, sound, lights. Overall, the finish. If you're paying that much amount of money, you want to get value for what you paid for. Let me just go more closer and show you some more details up here. So you can see the grill work. There's a gauge glass on the other side that shows you the oil level. I haven't put the ripper shank yet. We'll get to that. There's work lights up here that are functional. There's work lights at the back that are functional. So all these kind of little bits make a huge difference. LED lights in the front on both of them. We'll go through that too. So show you a little bit of inside the engine bay. So that's pretty much what I have in this particular video. As usual, if you have any question, comments, leave them down, or you can email us at info@csmi.com.au. I hope the lighting was good enough. If it's not, just let me know so that I can take that into consideration when I make my next video. Leave it in the comments down, guys. Whatever questions you have, just leave me a comment down and I'll get to you and I can respond, or you can email me directly at CSMI, info@csmi.com.au. And thank you for watching.